Hello students, welcome to MJC Learning. Today I'm going to teach you bookkeeping and accountancy, and the topic name is accounts for not-for-profit concern, in short form NPO. That is okay. Now as usual, always I say understand, read the problem, understand the problem so you can go ahead very nicely. This is question number 11 from government textbook, page number 121. From the following balance sheet and receive and payment account of the new English school, prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2020 and balance sheet as on that day. See student, this time they have given you the balance sheet of last year and receipt and payment account, that is a short from a cash book. Okay, so you will have to decide what are you supposed to do. Now the capital fund 6,43,000. This is obviously opening capital, so it will go in balance sheet. Cash in hand, cash at bank, building, furniture, library, computer lab, this all are asset except this two. All are asset. Again, all of the items will go in the balance sheet. A new balance sheet, you will be taking it off. Okay, now next is receipt and payment account. You're having expenses on your credit side and income on your debit side. See, cash at hand, cash at bank, tuition fees, term fee, admission fees, donation directly written as a capital account, interest received, government grant, revenue, and general receipt. I always tell you, when you have a receipt and payment account, you have to decide whether it is a revenue or it is a capital. So see, donation they have directly given you is a capital and nothing else. For government grant also they have written revenue. So except donation and cash in hand and cash in bank, all the items are revenue items. Salary, library book purchase will be added in library book. Rent, printing and stationery, sundry expenses, insurance pay, sports expenses, annual gathering expenses, repair, all are revenue except two things, furniture and library books, that will be added into the individual event. Cash in hand and cash at bank is again an balance sheet item. Now see students, what happen, when the two items are given to you, when the problems give you two things, that is balance sheet, receive and payment account. Now can you see this? Cash in hand 6,000, cash at bank 10,000. Cash in hand, cash at bank. See the both the places the entries has been done, so there will be not be recording. So yellow part we are not recording anywhere, all other things we are recording. Red means there is an adjustment, and this library books and furniture I have made it, so it is a capital expenditure. If you want, even we can do this donation also in the purple. So we know that these three are the capital expenditure or capital income. All other are revenue one. Chalo, let's start with the problem now. First we'll be doing the posting of balance sheet. The balance sheet posting obviously will be going to our new balance sheet only. So we'll be going directly in the balance sheet. Yes, first is your capital fund. So you'll write your capital fund in the liability side. Capital fund. What is a capital fund? Yes, capital fund is 6,43,000. What is the capital fund? 6,43,000. So you'll be writing here inner column, because always capital are having an adjustment. 6,43,000. Then you have building, furniture, library books and computer laboratory. Computer laboratory and building is having no adjustment, other two are having an adjustment, so we'll be writing in the inner column. So building, yes, building no adjustment, directly in the outer column 4,50,000. Then you had furniture. Yes. Furniture is having an adjustment, so we'll be writing in inner column 72,000. Then you had library books. Yes. So library books, again an adjustment, so you'll be writing in the inner column. And then you had computer laboratory, which does not have any adjustment, so you'll be writing directly in the outer column computer laboratory. There is no adjustment, so directly in a outer column. So what is computer laboratory? 60,000. Okay, now students, see, we have done the posting of full balance sheet. We have done 3,43, 4,50, 72, 45, 60, 4,50, 72, 45, 60 cash in bank, and cash in hand. There will be no entry because it is your closing, and for receive and payment is already done in the see here. Okay, now tuition fees, it's an having an adjustment. Tuition fees is an income, so you'll writing here by tuition fees is having an adjustment, so you'll be writing in the outer column 90,000. See, again I'm repeating here, all two items goes in by and by item goes into term fees and admission fees. Again both the things will be coming here, so I'll be writing here adjustment is there, so we'll leave two lines and write here by term fees. Yes, term fees is having no adjustment, so directly in the outer column. And then it was by admission fees. Yes, even admission fees is having no adjustment, so directly in our outer column 12,000. Okay students, then donation is to be capitalized. When I go into balance sheet, I'll do it, I'll just remember it. Interest received is 2,000, grant 1,20,000, and sundry receive, all are revenue expenditure, so I'll write here all revenue expenditure. I'll write here by interest. Yes, how much is the interest received? No adjustment, so directly in outer column 2,000. Then you have received some government grants, and they have specifically told you it is a revenue expenditure, so you'll write a government grant received, so it is in this revenue expenditure, so it is coming here. And then you had by sundry receipt. You know, last time it was miscellaneous receipt, this time it is sundry receipt. So sundry receipt, it's one and the same. So miscellaneous receipt or sundry receipt, both the things is same, 11,000. Okay, now see, we have done all the entries on my, yes, I've done all the entries except donation. So let's do the donation also. Donation will be added in capital account. Okay, so I'll write here add donation. Yes, how much is the donation? 61,000. So when I add both the things, how much I'm getting? Yes, I'm getting 7,04,000. So totaling of this 6,43 minus 61,000 is that much. We'll do one thing, library books also we'll add, and furniture also we'll add. Library book is 14,000, furniture is 15,000. These are the new purchases. So I'll add purchases. Yes, add purchases. How much books you have purchased? 50,000. So the total of this two is 1,22,000. You know, 2 will come, 75 plus is 72,000. And then second thing, there was a library book was also purchased. So here also add purchases. Yes, library book was purchased for 14,000. So the total of these two is 59,000. Okay, students. So we have done two in capital expenditure, library books, and all other are your revenue. Salary is 90,000. So salary comes here. To salary, inner column, because there is an adjustment, 90,000. Then you have office rent 10,000, printing and stationery 22,000. So to office rent, yes, office rent was 10,000, no adjustment. To printing and stationery, yes, again printing and stationery, no adjustment, 22,000. Then you have sundry expenses 12,000, insurance 10,200. So two sundry expenses, yes, how much was the sundry expenses? Sundry expenses was 12,000, and then you had insurance, two insurance, yes. So insurance was 10,200. Yes, insurance over this. Sports expenses and annual gathering expenses. So we'll do this too. Mhm. To sports expenses. Yes, how much was the sports expenses? 8,000. And then to annual gathering charges, expenses. Yes, how much was annual gathering expenses? 9,000. So 8,000 annual gathering expenses, 9,000. We have already done. Then we have now cash in hand 4,800, cash at bank 70,000. So this two will come here. Cash in hand 4,800. Cash at bank, it was 70,000. Okay, so we have completed the posting of your receipt and payment account also. Now we'll go to the adjustment part of it. Outstanding salary was rupees 9,000. So outstanding salary, one effect comes in balance sheet. We are there in the balance sheet, so we'll do it one entry on the liability side. Outstanding salary. See, when the expenses are outstanding, it comes on the liability side, and when income is outstanding, it comes on asset side. So here add and outstanding. Yes, how is the outstanding? 9,000. So the total comes to 99,000. Okay, the outstanding comes to 99,000. What is that? Outstanding tuition fees is 15,000. So again you'll write here at outstanding. Yes. How much is the outstanding tuition fees? 15,000. So 90,000 plus 15,000 is 1,05,000. Now see, this time it is income outstanding. It is what? Income outstanding. So income outstanding comes on asset side. Okay, students. Outstanding expenses comes on debit side and outstanding income comes on credit side. So it is outstanding tuition fees. So outstanding tuition fees is 15,000. Okay, we have done this to effect also. Last not the least, there is a depreciation for library books and furniture. So as you know very well, depreciation is always minus. So you'll be minusing here less depreciation So what is the depreciation of furniture is 10,000 directly given to you. So this becomes 1,12,000 and you have depreciation also here also. With you had two depreciation, library book and depreciation on furniture. So what was the depreciation of this was 9,000. So this becomes 50,000. Correct? See, it was this two was a depreciation on library book and furniture 10,000. The second effect comes in income and expenditure account. So you'll write here two depreciation on furniture which was 10,000 to depreciation on library books which was 9,000. Okay, students. So by this we have completed all the formalities of question. See, all three adjustments are over and we have done the receipt. So now only last part is remaining, which was called as totaling part. Now let's do the totaling of it. Now you have to make it properly adjust. If it is existing in one page, okay, it's getting adjust. So now totaling, we'll do the totaling of it. Calculator 99,000 plus 10,000 plus 22,000 plus 12,000 plus 10,200 plus 8,000 plus 9,000. Some mistake is being happening in the totaling. Okay, again 10,000 plus 9,000. So the totaling is coming to 1,89,000. We'll do it again. I think there is some mistake in totaling. I was thinking it over only. We'll do it again. 99,000 plus 10,000 plus 22,000 plus 12,000 plus 10,200 plus 8,000 plus 9,000 plus 10,000 plus 9,000. So that is, see, my totaling is coming here as, how much is this coming? 2,04,200. So here my totaling is 2,04,200. And what is my credit side ka totaling? Let me see, students, is 1,05,000 plus 3,000 plus 12,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,20,000 plus 11,000. So my credit total is coming to 2,53,000. Obviously, students, which total is bigger? Have to go. I'm going in the next page. Okay. So which total is bigger? I think 2,53,000 is bigger. So I'll write here 2,53,000, 2,53,000. Now we'll do the difference. So 2,53,000 minus 2,04,200. Okay. That comes to 48,800. As I always tell you, you have to rub this. So you are having a surplus. How much is the surplus? 48,800 is my surplus. So here it is, to surplus carried down. What is happening? So to surplus carried down. Though this surplus comes in your capital account. So we'll write here add surplus. Yes, surplus is 48,800. So you're going to add this both the figures. So add 7,04,000. So your total is coming to 7,52,800. So this is coming to 7,52,800. Now you're going to add this plus 9,000. So this is coming to 7,61,800. So your liability total is So what is your liability total? 7,61,800. So 7,61,800. So now our asset total should also come this much. If it comes that much, that means it is tallied. So 4,50,000 plus 1,12,000 plus 50,000 plus 60,000 plus 4,800 plus 70,000 and plus 15,000. So your credit total, your live asset total is also same. It is 7,61,800. So student, it is getting tallied. Okay. So thank you. Enjoy learning with MG. Hope you all are practicing it. Please practice, students. Okay. Chalo. Have a good day.